So in other words, these simple things that happen at the dinner table are growing brain areas that grow us beyond and out of immature attention deficit sorts of functional levels.
There's no question about that. Clear research on neuroplasticity shows that happens. It shows it happens more quickly in kids because they're at that more autoplastic period of life, but it can even happen in we seniors. It shows that there is a dose effect, so that if a family does this at a regular time and every evening, those neurons will grow more rapidly, and those skills and abilities and traits will mature more rapidly, and they'll transfer more often the more they're stamped in, clear back to a Thorndikean kind of research awareness to the child's brain. They'll transfer to other environments more readily, like school and the playground and the neighborhood.
So what I'm hearing is that it sounds like at least one of the causes of ADD, why it's becoming so prevalent in our society, is we've stopped doing things like having regular family dinner. And that perhaps one of the best things we can do for treatment is maybe even prescribe have regular functional family dinner.
Sure. I do this regularly. I commented to you that one time I took 4 schizophrenic children about 8 years old that weren't progressing, and one of the state agencies asked me to look in and to try to do something with them. And I took them into the kitchen area of the mental health center on Saturday mornings when I was there for diagnostics. And I taught them to do board games and had a graduate assistant or a resident with me. And so we gave them a lot of attention and focus and teaching. And over 3 months, they learned to cooperate, respect each other, sit on their chairs, pay attention, understand the rules. And these state workers in the social service agency came back and said, "What did you do in therapy? These kids have progressed wonderfully. Their parents say they progressed." And I said, "Well, we played board games with them." So we socialized them, but we gave them a lot of interventions and focus and attention. Yeah.
So, prescription, lifestyle medicine, have regular family dinner, and play board games with your kids.
Well, that's exactly right. In fact, one of the things that we therapists do in these attention deficit disorders is we go to the next intensive dose level. The family is, of course, the highest dose of these repetitions and things that we can get done easily and readily. But the next dose level is extracurricular. So I almost always refer these families and I say to them, why should you do all the heavy lifting in these repeated exercises to grow brain cells as parents? Let's get them in a scout troop. Let's get them in a church softball league. Let's get them into these positive institutions and positive activities where someone else is doing these repetitions for you sometimes. And they laugh.
That's great. Okay, so we've been talking about the dinner table. Let's move into specifically relationships. We've broken down in our society many of these relationships, including the dinner table or over board games. But the science is showing that relationships are huge in terms of attention deficit disorder, how that comes about, how that may be best treated. What is it about relationships that tends to contribute to or help cause, if you will, attention deficit disorder?